Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I have owned the building since 1992, and when I purchased it, I started to remodel it. And when the remodeling started, the experiences started. And that would be the footsteps upstairs, doors slamming.
Paranormal teams come from miles around to do investigations at this place. We have kind of saved this as one of our big hunts for the last of me and Ray's time together as the owners of this team.
Almost felt like someone was running by you, the ice cold experiences like that. Doors opening and closing. Sometimes you would almost think someone was talking, but no one was there.
You're not afraid of the dark, are you?
Are you wanting to play?
Depends on what we're gonna play.
Several miles down the Mississippi sits a small Iowa river town, Keokuk. Its namesake attributed to the 19th century Indian of the same title, Chief Keokuk. From its start, the town served as a home to Native Americans, then later serving as a hub for military hospitals during the Civil War. And then eventually, the town grew to be a bustling center of trade and a home to over 16,000 people. Keokuk now is but a shadow of its once flourishing notoriety. And what lies within the shadows is much more than the lives of its inhabitants. Under the shadow, there can exist a different form of inhabitant. Something outside of the normal. Something paranormal. While some of society lives in denial, and most live in fear of this unearthly phenomena, there exists a team in charge of answering the calls of the paranormal. A team to implement investigation, communication, sanctification, and when necessary, extraction of the spiritual entities lingering among the living. This team is the Keokuk Paranormal Society.
My name is Stephen Bryant. I am a lifelong resident of Keokuk, Iowa. I'm 43 years old.
Hi, I'm Tammy Duckstein, and I'm a co-owner of Keokuk Paranormal Society.
I'm Paul Rippenkroger.
My name is Brian Robert Barnes. I've been a member of the Keokuk Paranormal Society since it started.
I'm Kevin Snelson.
Brad Figge. I'm one of the lead investigators. My name is Robert Mortimer.
And I'm Cindy Snelson.
Over the last 4 years, we have had a lot of people come and go on the team. And the reason for that is a lot of people come and join the team just to go on a hunt. They don't tell us that, of course. They just want to get one under their belt and say they've done it. And then we never hear from them again. Other people with things that have happened to us, they get scared.
In this area, there's a lot of spiritual activity, and not a lot of people know about ghosts or entities or the supernatural, and a lot of people are scared of it, and we're trying to not only help people but also educate them.
Anytime that there's an emergency and somebody calls us and says that there's something happening and their children are at stake and that they just can't sleep and they need help and they need something right away, that we will come and we will be there to help ease them and calm them, to help them out in need.
Who else are they going to call for something like that? Most people think these people are crazy. And if you don't, you've got to have someone who believes you.
If you don't know what you're doing, you can call something into your home or into your space that could be very dangerous. And we're always called to close portals. And people think it's just a game, and it's not.
Follow along and recognize the authenticity as the Keokuk Paranormal Society inspects the supernatural beings of Keokuk and unveils what is hiding in the shadows. These are their stories. hours, the Keokuk YMCA accommodates numerous patrons visiting throughout the day. But when the sun goes down, the lights go off, and everyone leaves for home. But one remains. Never seen, only heard. An entity by the name of Flip Flop Fred, notorious for the echoes of his sandals slapping the floor as he saunters about the hallways at night. Seeking to witness Fred's presence, the Keokuk Paranormal Society set out to investigate. While the flip-flops remained unheard, the team was able to capture something different entirely. Something unexpected.
Another favorite experience I have, and the director of the YMCA here in Keokuk, he will tell you, and that this is completely legit. This one blew me away. We're down reviewing the evidence on all the cameras, and I happened to get the camera that we had placed in the men's shower room for the night because Flip-Flop Fred, as they call him, was supposed to walk through there and out around the pool. So I'm listening real close, and I've got it on a stereo, and I got it cranked up. This isn't even an audio device. This is just a regular, CCTV camera, but I wanted to see if it caught any sound. All of a sudden, I start hearing beep, 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 and I said, man, that sounds like Morse code. What is that? I didn't hear that the whole time we were down there. And so we went online and got a Morse code generator and kind of put that sound file in it, and it come out, trying to remember the exact numbers, but it said enter now, and then it had 4 numbers. I can't even remember what they are now, but it's on the video. And I said, man, I wonder what that's supposed to mean. So I showed it to the director at the Y, and he goes, can't be. And I said, what do you mean? He takes me downstairs, and I got these old-fashioned push-button lock on these locker rooms. He goes, we ain't used these for years, but I think that's the number that locks and unlocks this men's restroom. I'm like, no. He punched that code in, and it locked the door.
When a man's life is put in peril, the team is called in to make contact with the perverse spirit. What the investigators encountered was much more than what they anticipated. This hunt goes down as one of the most unnerving paranormal experiences faced by the team.
To this day, it's still the one that scared me the worst. And it was, we labeled it the Demon House. An elderly woman got a hold of me, and she said, I have a 50-year-old son who he has problems, and he's special needs, and he's being tormented by something.
Did you experience it before you moved here?
Yeah, another place on it.
Another place? So it seems to follow you where you go? Yeah. Okay, does it speak to you? Does it talk to you?
Sometimes no, and sometimes yeah, different ones.
Different ones?
Yeah.
Oh, there's more than one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
well, that's very interesting. Have you seen the one, other than on the picture, have you seen the one that's got the horns with your own eyes?
That's the one I've seen on.
And I said, have you seen this something? She goes, oh yeah. And it has hurt me. It has hurt him. He has fights with it. And so we went in there to do the pre-investigation, to set up our actual investigation, to kind of see what would happen. And this gentleman had stabbed holes in the walls trying to kill it. He had thrown things at it, and it had told him to build an altar in the corner. And I'm thinking, wow, either they really do have something here, or these people are crazy. We get in there, and about halfway through the hunt, everybody's had experiences but me. And I think when you shut yourself off, you don't see anything. Well, I'm standing in the bathroom, which little tiny place. You can only fit one camera in there, and you try to get as much of the room as possible. Well, the closet was blocked by a door, but you could see it if you stood at the right angle. Well, I happened to be standing there looking in that closet, and this thing peeked its head out at me.
All right, it's swaying about a half centimeter and starting to turn.
Brian, please come over here. Look in the closet. Somebody else standing in my spot, trading places and staring in that closet.
Go ahead, the bell.
Staring in that closet, somebody else. Fresh set of eyes. I just got looked at, guys. Suddenly, I quit talking. I'm just like blank stare. And finally, I spoke up to one of my lead investigators. I said, Brian Barnes, will you please come over here and stand? I want you to see what I'm saying. My heart's beating 1,000,000 miles an hour. And by the time, as he walks over there in this little bitty bathroom, we're both big guys, he hits that door, bumps it, and the thing goes away.
With no evidence of the demon caught on camera, the team packed up empty-handed. While the video evidence was inadequate, the in-person experience of the team convinced them that the spirit needed removal. An exorcism was in store.
Well, I'm part of the command center, so I got to view all cameras from different angles of the rooms, like all of the rooms at one time. And it's hard to kind of try to watch from, each screen to see what's going on. But the one thing that I did notice was in the living room, a lot of activity. There was a lot of moving going on.
I thought when we went to do the actual hunt that we were going to pretty much be able to put him at ease, that nothing was going on in that house. I got a feeling, though. They definitely have a reason to be afraid.
The decision was further backed up when later, during evidence review, the demon manifested in one of the photos taken that night.
Basically, I had a demon towering over me, like he wanted to, started kind of feeling like hands on my shoulders, like it wanted to possibly strangle.
On a warm summer evening, the team visits a once old hotel, now a small town apartment building in which many reside. What brings the team to this building is not the average tenant. On this night of investigation, the team patiently roams the hallways in search of a presence. And what they find turns out to be one of the society's finest paranormal accounts. And it's all captured on camera.
We stay in, each team stays in a half an hour. The reason for that is if they're not getting anything, I want to get another team in there. If they're getting a lot of good stuff, I want the next team up there to see if they get the same stuff and they don't talk in between. But that particular night, weird things happened, but we didn't see anything. Things like doors slamming on us and stuff like that. I said, I kind of get a feeling something's here. You get the hair stand up on the back of your neck, but nobody was fighting anything. But what was happening is I had taken 12 investigators, and within 3 hours, we were down to 4. Heat sick like crazy. They just kept getting sick, And something kept setting off our motion sensor. And I said, well, at least it's sitting in front of a camera, so we're going to know what it is. So we go back and we look, and we can't see what's setting it off. The camera angle wasn't right. Okay, let's get these cameras moved just a little bit. And by the time I got done with that, 2 more of them was sick. They was out in the parking lot trying to keep from vomiting, and I was like, uh-oh, the only one that was left was me, because I never go until the end in case I have to get rid of something. And my psychic, who usually goes in at the beginning and the end, and she goes upstairs with me, and I'm running the camera. I'm letting her do all the talking, and we're going from room to room. I don't feel anything in here, but I feel something getting stronger down this way. Let's go down this way. So we go down to the next apartment, we go in, she starts talking, and she goes, not getting anything. And I back out of the hallway to turn, and as I turn, there she stood.
Come on out. Do you want to play with me? You come out here and sit.
Oh my goodness.
You sit by me and we can just have a little chat here on the
She's
floor.
scared, and she's moving in and out. Let her come to us. See if we can draw her to us.
Yeah, I'm just going to sit here and coax
Nope, that was me. I bumped into the...
I'm going to put this on the floor right here. Oh, it stops.
Oh my.
Don't worry, we won't hurt you. We just want to be friends. Can we be friends? Come play with me? Play with my little device I got here that's all lit up?
She's whiting out now.
Come on now, it's okay. You can play with my camera.
I wonder if the other camera's catching this. That's me. I keep forgetting I can't touch that.
Is your mom and daddy here with us?
to this day, that is my favorite experience because it's something I can never say, oh, you know, that was just my mind playing tricks on me, because there was two of us there and we seen her just clear as day.
These accounts represent only a small portion of the work done by the Keokuk Paranormal Society. The team has been witness to many life-changing encounters and made contact with numerous spirits, all for the sake of a journey to help those afflicted by the paranormal. And this journey just happens to be one with no end.
I believe that the team is going to continue because there are always people that are going to have experiences. There's a lot of paranormal activity in this town because of different reasons. There's been wars, there's been murders, people are playing with Ouija boards, which is a huge no-no. You know, that opens up a portal that we are called in to close. Because when you open that doorway, you can't pick and choose what comes through there.
You can never, let me put it to you this way. You've heard the phrase, walking by faith. When someone believes in God or believes, you know, that there's some place you go after you die, they're doing that by faith, not because they know it for a fact. When you see the things we've seen, that's no longer true. When you're talking to things that, whether it's a demon, like I believe, or whether it's someone's loved one, that means there is something after you die. And everybody on my team that's seen that knows that now. There's no longer walking by faith. It makes you want to be a better human being because you know something's there, and if it really is true, depending on where you go, it's how you act on earth. It makes you want to make good, you know, real sure that you're going to the right place when you go. I walked by faith before I started seeing the things I seen. Now it's like, it ain't just faith anymore. I know something's there.